harassment happens to both male and females in the gaming community. I'm just here to provide my perspective from the female side and from experience and what I've witnessed. It's mainly guys that harass females the moment they use voice comms. And there are cases where females do harass other females, what people would call a pick me girl. I know there are people who do congratulate them on their achievements and like support them throughout the whole journey. But the comments that most streamers will remember, or most people that get these comments, are the rude ones.
But a more serious definition of like a stan would be an extremely or excessively enthusiastic and devoted fan. And I also noted that this was labeled with slang often disparaging. And I think that that's a key part of it. While a lot of people say, oh, I'm a stan for this person, many other people use it in a way of like an insult to someone. People have interests, everyone has interests. And I think it's like unfair that usually like feminine things are labeled as obsessive when people go to sports games and be equally as excited and don't face any criticism.
Yet video game companies have lackluster employee demographics. Riot Games, one of the most important companies in the video game industry, who literally created probably like the biggest PC game, or like the most used, because they have like 100 million monthly users, which is like a ton. Yet they only have 23.8% of their employees as being female, which is probably I think it was like 476 or something out of their 2,500 total, which is like very like minute compared to the number of male employees. And even more so, the representation given to women and people of color in video games for years was, and like very much still is, like abysmal. Honestly, like this just kind of goes to show like how deeply rooted of a systemic issue this is, because this isn't just an issue happening online, this is an issue happening within like the gaming industry itself, right? Which kind of just like leads to women not being drawn to these spaces. Like I think I've chosen out my friends pretty well. Like they're all really sweet, and like whenever I get harassed in a game, like they step in and maybe they start getting harassed too, but they're like, hey, at least it's not you, just you anymore, or whatever. So most of the time, I just like, a lot of them are just like there to back me up, or like say something against the guy.
You just kind of have to like think about that like before, like on your own. You have to think like, if I were to be in a situation where someone was being harassed, like what would I do? Because I mean, I would think about that. I'm nervous I would be harassed. So if someone else was doing it, like I'm maybe not the most confident person to speak up when like I'm not ready, but also I would, if you didn't do it, then like bad things could happen. So you just have to like hold yourself accountable and be ready like whenever.
I agree. Like you just have to, like, if you're in the position of a bystander, you have to ask yourself, if someone was saying that to me, how would I feel? Would I want someone else to step in? The answer is most likely always yes. Yes, I would always want someone to step in. I also understand that as a bystander, sometimes you have the fear as well as of getting harassed as well. But you know, having someone else speak up for you, it does so much for the person that was being harassed. Originally, it just makes them feel a lot more safer in the situation.